Hi, welcome to Yoga One-on-One with a Happy Housewife. I'm Jose Madison and I'm a registered yoga teacher. And today we're going to do a 35-minute slow flow class for the busy mom. You may not always have, or I may not always have 60 or 90 minutes to commit to a yoga class. And so we're going to do a 35-minute slow flow, taking your time. This is Lexa, my little girl. You're probably going to see her once in a while in the videos. She loves to be Zen also. I am diffusing a Zen blend, speaking of, from Young Living oils. I have cedarwood, lavender, and lemon in my diffuser. I usually put about 3 drops each, but I have the area of diffuser with the glass bowl. If you have a smaller diffuser, I would suggest maybe putting 2 drops each. This gives a really nice Zen blend aroma to the studio. I want to make sure as well, if you are a teacher, to make sure to ask your students if you can diffuse some oils or even applying oils on their foreheads at the end of the class, because some of them may not want to, and yoga is all about respecting each other's space. So making sure as well that you consult a physician before doing any sort of exercise to make sure that you are good to go. So on that note, for this class, you will need 2 blocks. You can get some at Walmart or Target or Amazon, anywhere. We're going to work on opening the shoulders for the 5-minute first part of the class. If you don't have blocks, I would suggest maybe taking a blanket, rolling it in like a long roller to place all along your spine to open the shoulders. So we're going to start on our backs. With one of the blocks, you want it widthwise. And this one is going to go underneath your rib cage, so right below your shoulder blades. And then the second one is going to be height-wise, and it's going to go under your neck. So we're going to place the soles of the feet together, knees open wide, and we're just going to lower ourselves and just kind of place your blocks where they need to be comfortable. And we're going to open the shoulders here. You're really going to feel your back open, your shoulder blades drop back. If this is a little uncomfortable and you have challenges in your lower back, you can bring your knees up to touch, and then your feet are a little bit wider than the mat. So we're always being careful in yoga and applying the right pose for the body. So we're going to just either way, knees together or knees wide open. We're going to take a couple of breaths here to just relax and connect and disconnect from today's thoughts or anything that either you have to do in the morning or in the evening. Just going to take some time to focus on our breath, breathing through the nose, inhaling and exhaling, which will bring us to the now, focusing on our deep belly breath. Relaxing your jaw by placing the tip of your tongue onto the roof of your mouth. So this will automatically relax the jaw. Deep belly breaths here. Letting go of any thoughts, any expectations. Two more breaths. Beautiful. If your knees are not together already, we're going to bring the knees together and just kind of windshield wiper your legs from side to side, just using your core a little bit here to engage the legs, making sure that you're not twisting too much. Still keeping your shoulders relaxed and your chest open towards the sky, towards the ceiling. Beautiful. Now, as graceful as you can, we're going to remove the blocks. And we're going to place them in the front of the mat because we're going to need them a little bit later. You're going to come back down on your knees, come back down on your back, and bring your knees to your chest, maybe grabbing your elbows or wrists glutes or just your forearms, rocking side to side here to just massage the lower back. Always keeping in check with your breath, staying in the moment. This is one of my favorite asanas, just to rock side to side. It really massages my back, releases the lower back as well. And now into a supine twist. You're going to keep your right knee towards your chest, clasp your hands, squeeze the knee towards the chest, and extend your left leg so your heel touches the mat. We're going to want to flex both feet so your toes are going towards your mat, towards your face. Give a little bit of a squeeze here. You're going to feel a little compression on the hips on the right side. And release. And then bring your right knee on the outside of your ribs and give it a little bit of a squeeze. Now you're going to feel kind of like a stretch on the left hip flexor. And again, a compression on the right hip. Making sure that you keep your feet flexed towards your nose or your face. And then release. We're going to take the left hand. We're going to lower the right knee towards the left. Right arm extends on the mat, kind of like a letter T. And you're going to lower the right knee towards the left and gazing towards your right. It doesn't matter if your knee or your foot doesn't touch the floor. All I want you to feel is that deep stretch on the right side of the glutes and the hip. Breathe in, breathe out. Beautiful. Come back. Bring both knees to the chest, squeeze a little bit, rock side to side. And this time keep the left knee towards the chest, extend the right leg, and then heel goes towards the floor. Give a little bit of a squeeze here, compression on the left hip, maybe a little bit of a stretch on the right hip flexor, keeping the toes and the feet flexed. Beautiful. Release. And then bring your left knee on the outside of your rib. And then just again, a little bit of a squeeze here. Bring your knees towards your underarm. You're probably going to feel another stretch on the right hip flexor, compression on the left one. Breathe in. Breathe out. Beautiful. Now we're going to lower the left knee towards the right with the right hand. Extend your left arm like in a T shape. Gaze over the left. Lower the right knee. The left knee towards the right side. And again, relax the shoulders so you want both shoulders flat on the mat. Just feel that deep stretch on the left glute and hip side. Inhale and exhale. On your next inhale, bring both knees to your chest. We're going to rock side to side. Make sure that your feet are in line with each other, flexing the feet. We're going to roll side to side. Another option here is to roll back and forth because I want us to transition into a tabletop. So if you want to roll back and forth, cross your ankles together and then just give yourself a little bit of a push here just to massage the back, either side to side or back and forth. And then come to seated and transition into a tabletop. So you want to make sure that your shoulders are in line with your wrists and your hips are in line with your knees. We're going to do a couple of cat-cows here on the inhale. Drop the belly towards the mat, tailbone up, chest up. Deep inhale. On the exhale, cat pose. So draw the navel to the spine. Press your hands firmly to the mat and then open the shoulders here. Chin to chest, round that back. Inhale, cow pose. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cats. Inhale and exhale. Last one, inhale, cow pose. Exhale, cat. Make it your best one. Squeeze, squeeze, and release. Beautiful. Staying in tabletop, we're going to do a little bit of a pelvic rock. So we're going to work the shoulders and the abs. On the inhale, we're going to shift forward. So just kind of lean forward so that your shoulders are a little bit over your wrists, and then engage your core here. And then exhale, come back to tabletop. Inhale, lean forward. Exhale, back to tabletop. Inhale, lean. Exhale, release. Inhale, lean forward. Exhale, release. Last one for 2 breaths. Lean forward, hold here. Breathe in, breathe out. Engage your triceps, engage your biceps and your core. And then exhale, come back and sit on your heels. Just maybe rotate the wrists a little bit. Beautiful. Rotate the other side. Coming back into a tabletop, we're going to do tabletop threads to work on the shoulders and the chest. On the inhale, we're going to reach the right hand all the way up towards the sky. And then exhale, placing the shoulder, elbow, and ear on the mat. Relaxing here. You just have a little bit of a twist into the spine. One more breath. Beautiful. Inhale, reach up. Reach, 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 reach. Exhale, release. Left side, inhale, reach the left arm all the way up towards the sky. Exhale, thread it behind your right hand, elbow, shoulder, and ear towards the mat. Taking a deep breath here. One last breath. On your next inhale, reach the left arm up, all the way up towards the sky, and then lower, coming back into a tabletop. Working a little bit on balance and also deep stretch for the inside of your thighs. We're going to extend the right leg. So making sure here that your hips are in alignment. You don't want your leg up too high, but you want to align the hips. So maybe taking your hand and kind of just checking to make sure that your hip is not too high and in alignment with your left one. And then we're going to reach the left arm, reach through the fingertips, flex the foot, and then reach through the heel. You can either gaze at the mat or gaze forward. Reach, reach, reach. So you want to engage your right leg. So lock the knee and lift the thigh. And then relax. So placing that left hand back onto the mat, we're going to shift the right leg to the right side and then placing the sole of the feet completely onto the mat. You can stay here. You're already going to feel that stretch on the inside of the thigh. This is option 1. Option 2, you can kind of tuck the toe and then lean down your hips towards your heel. This is option 2. Option 3, you can untuck the toe and come all the way down to lower yourself, even kind of like a child's pose, but with an extended leg. So either option works as long as you feel that deep stretch on the inside of your thigh. Relax here, focus on the breath. Beautiful. Your next inhale, come back to tabletop. We're going to lift the right leg, extend it back again, and then release. Inhale, we're going to extend the left leg, again, making sure that your hips are in alignment, that you're not up too high. Reach, right arm forward. Either gaze forward, reach through the fingertips, reach through the heel. Engage your thigh here. Engage your triceps. And then release the right hand, shift the left leg up to the left or down to the left, placing the sole of the feet flat on the mat. Either stay here, option 1, option 2, tuck the toe, come down, hips to your heel, or untuck the toe, so placing the top of the foot on the mat and then lower yourself completely. Feeling that stretch. Find your edge. This is your practice. This is your yoga. Breathe in. Breathe out. One last breath. On your next inhale, come back to tabletop, lifting that left leg, extend it back, and then lower the leg. Beautiful. Now we're going to transition into a child's pose somatic flow. This is really good for the lower back. And also, I really like it for when I'm having a little moments of stress. I really like doing that flow. It really just calms me down. So you come up to sit onto your heels. On the inhale, we're going to come up to stand on our knees. Circle sweep your arms all the way up, palms touching. On the exhale, palms lower down towards your heart, and we're going to sit on the heels. We're going to inhale, come up, palms touching. Next time around, when you lower, we're going to hinge from the hips, placing the hands behind the lower back, lowering the forehead all the way down towards the mat. Inhale, we're going to lift up on our knees, hands up. Exhale, hands to prayer. Bring the hands towards the heart. Sit on the heels. Inhale, circle sweep, arms up. Exhale, place the hands on the lower back. Lower yourself, forehead to the mat. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, palms together. Lower to the knees, hands to the heart, sitting on the heels. Inhale, come up to the knees. Exhale, hands behind the back. Reach forehead towards the mat. Inhale, engage your core, circle sweep, arms up. Exhale, palms together. Lower the palms towards the heart, sit on the heels. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, hinge forward, hands behind the back, forehead on the mat. Inhale, reach up. Palms together, hands to chest, sit on the heels. Inhale, circle sweep. Arms up. Exhale, palms towards the back, forehead on the mat. Inhale, reach up, palms up. Last one. Exhale, palms together to the chest, sit on the heels. Inhale, circle sweep. Exhale, palms on the lower back, forehead to the mat. Inhale, circle sweep. Arms up, palms together, palms to the chest, and release. We're going to open the knees here, come down into child's pose. Open the knees wide, big toes are touching, lower the hips towards your heels, arms extended forward, making lots of space between your fingers like little starfish. And then rest your forehead on the mat. Rest here for a couple of breaths in child's pose. Breathe in, breathe out. Just release the lower back, reconnect with the breath and the heartbeat. Relax the face. Beautiful. Inhale, walk back into a tabletop. We're going to transition to a downward facing dog. So we're going to tuck the toes, lift the hips all the way up. You really want to engage your legs here and engage your arms. So we're going to paddle the dog. We're going to walk the dog, bending your right leg, bending the left leg. You're pressing your hands firmly towards the mat. So when you press your hands on the mat, sort of like away from you, it feels like your chest is going to go towards your thighs. Now don't worry if your heels are not touching the mat. That's okay. We're going to be working on lengthening and strengthening the hamstrings. Take a couple of breaths here. Relax the neck, gaze between your legs. And when you find a comfortable down dog, stay here for a couple of breaths, standing still in our pose, finding stillness and silence. Beautiful. Inhale, we're going to walk forward between your hands. We're going to a half Ardha Uttanasana, halfway fold. So bring your hands onto your shins, shoulders away from the ears, like the letter L. Inhale here. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway up. Option to have your hands on the mat or on your shins, either or, whatever works for you. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, this time engage your belly, come all the way up. Inhale, circle, sweep arms up. Exhale, palms together to the heart. Beautiful. We're going to work on half sun salutations. Because this is a slow flow, we're not going to do the full thing. So on the inhale, we're going to circle sweep the arms all the way up. Exhale, halfway. Bring your arms by or out to the side, palms facing towards the ceiling. On your next inhale, you're going to reach the palms forward. Exhale, drop, forward fold. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, circle sweep your arms all the way up. Exhale, half fold, arms wide, palms towards the floor. Inhale, palms forward. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, circle sweep your arms all the way up. Exhale, halfway down, palms towards the floor. Inhale, palms together. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, circle sweep, arms up. Exhale, halfway down, palms towards the floor. Inhale, palms touching forward. Exhale, forward fold. Beautiful. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, forward fold. And just stay here maybe in ragdoll for a couple of seconds, grabbing opposite elbows, swing side to side. Feeling that stretch in your hamstrings. It's okay if your knees are bent. Probably nobody's looking. Nobody's here to judge you. Exhale, inhale. Beautiful. Inhale, halfway up, hands to the mat or to the shins. We're going to transition on the exhale into a downward facing dog. Inhale here. Exhale. Inhale, you're going to step your right foot forward between your hands. And this is where we're going to need the blocks. This is a low lunge. So you can either have your hands on your block or on the mat. We're going to drop the left knee, untuck the toe. If you don't have blocks, that's okay. You can keep your hands on the mat. I just want us to have that chest up so you can drop your hips, making sure that your knee is in alignment with your ankle. You want to drop the hips forward, squeezing the thighs together. You're going to feel a deep compression again into the right hip and the stretch in the left hip flexor. If you have blocks, this is option 2. You can reach up and again open the chest. You can walk your hands back to even open the chest even more. That's option 2. Option 3, no blocks at all. Clasp the hand together in chapel mudra. So clasp the hands and then release the index. Arms all the way up towards the sky, bicep towards the ears, and then squeeze the thighs together to keep a good angle on your crescent moon. Reach, reach, reach. And then release. If you've got the blocks, remove the blocks. Lift the back knee. Step your left leg forward. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, circle, sweep your arms all the way up. Hands together, hands to the heart. Taking a deep breath. Chapel mudra, your hands again. So index lifting up. Inhale, reach up. We're going to lower ourselves down towards the right side. So I'm going to face you. So we're going towards the right side. Making sure that we're in alignment with the hips, that the shoulders are in alignment with the hips. Reach through the fingers. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, left side. Beautiful. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, we're going to forward fold. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reach up again. Arms up towards the sky. This time, right arm forward, left arm back, gazing back towards your left arm. So we want to try to keep the hips in alignment here. Gazing back, feeling that twist in the core. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, other side. Right arm back, left arm forward, gazing back towards the right arm. Again, a little bit of a twist on the core. Beautiful. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, we're going to forward fold. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, downward facing dog. Breathe in. Breathe out. Last breath. On your next inhale, bring the left foot forward between your hands. Drop the back knee and tuck the toe. Again, you can stay here, making sure that you're shifting your hips forward, that your knee's in alignment with your ankle. You're feeling that deep stretch in the right hip flexor. If you want, you can grab your blocks, lifting the chest even more. You can walk your blocks back. Again, sink down on the hip, feeling that deep stretch. Or option 3, hands in chin mudra, crescent moon. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, we're going to release the hands on the mat. Lift the back knee, right leg meets the left. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, circle sweep your arms all the way up, palms together towards the heart. Inhale, circle sweep. Hands in chin mudra. We're going to lean on one side. Inhale, reach up, lean towards the right side. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, left side. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, circle sweep your arms all the way up. Again, right arm forward, left arm back, gazing back at the left arm. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, left arm forward, right arm back, gazing at the right hand. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway up. And then on the exhale, let's come back into a downward facing dog. Breathe in here. Deep inhale through the nose. Exhale through the nose. And you'll notice maybe your downward dog that your heels are a little bit closer to the mat. We've been working the hamstrings. We've been working the hips. Beautiful. On your next inhale, right leg comes forward between your hands. Again, we're in low lunge here. We're going to transition into a extended side angle. If you have a block, placing your right hand on the inside of the right foot, or you can have your elbow on your right thigh. Ground your back heel. Left arm goes up towards the sky or over the head. These are different options. You can also extend your right arm to be all along your right leg, making sure that you're not collapsing on that right arm, that your belly is in full engagement to hold your core, to hold yourself. You're going to feel a compression on the right leg. On the inhale, we're going to rise up, transition to a warrior 2. Inhale here. Exhale, making sure that your neck is in alignment with your tailbone. Shoulders are lower, reaching, gazing through your front fingers. Front leg is at about 90 degrees down. You can see your big toe. Reach, reach, reach. Beautiful. Inhale, straighten the front leg. Reach forward. We're going to transition into a triangle pose. When you can't reach any further, lower the right hand along the right shin. Left hand goes up towards the sky. And again, here you can use the block to place your hand on it, but making sure you're not putting too much weight. You want to use your core here to help with your balance. You want to have a micro bend to your front leg, gazing up towards the sky or down. Breathe in, breathe out. Beautiful. Inhale, transition back into warrior two. Lengthen the spine. Exhale, windmill your arms down. Right leg goes back, downward facing dog. Breathe in, breathe out. On your next inhale, left leg goes forward towards the front of the mat between your hands. Again, in low lunge. We're going to transition into extended side angle, either using your block. So you're going to ground your back heel onto the mat, placing either your left elbow on your left thigh or all along your left leg. Engage your core. Right arm goes up towards the sky or over the head. And again, don't collapse on your left hand. You want to keep that core active. Reach up or reach over with your right hand. Inhale, using the core, we'll come up into a warrior two. Again, making sure that your neck is in alignment with your tailbone, long, strong spine, reaching through the fingers, so you want to engage your triceps, lower the shoulders. Again, look down on your big toe. If you can see your big toe, you've got a good form. One more breath here in warrior two. Inhale, straighten the leg. Transition into triangle. We're going to reach forward until we can't reach further. Lower the left hand to the left shin. Right arm goes up towards the sky in triangle pose. Again, you want to have a micro bend here. Our goal is to try to align the shoulders, one on top of each other. Breathe in. Breathe out. Beautiful. Your next inhale, engage the core. Transition back into warrior two. Lengthen the spine. On your inhale, exhale, windmill your arms. Left leg goes back. Downward facing dog. Bring the knees down, open the knees, come down into a child's pose, and relax. A couple of more breaths. Beautiful. Inhale. Come back up. We're going to transition into the final stretches of the class. So come to a seated. We're going to cross the legs. So putting the right leg down and the left leg over in half lotus or just normal, whatever feels comfortable for you. On the inhale, we're going to circle sweep the arms all the way up. Right hand goes to the left knee. Left hand goes behind you. So inhale here, lengthen your spine, and then exhale, twist, twist, twist to gaze behind your left shoulder on your exhale. Beautiful. Inhale, circle, sweep your arms up. Other side, left hand on the right knee, right hand behind you. Inhale, lengthen your spine, and then exhale, twist, twist, twist. Gaze behind the right shoulder. Using your core to engage it. A little bit of a twist here, massaging with the internal organs. Inhale, release, arms up. Exhale, palms together, hands towards the heart. Now we're going to work on stretching the hips a little bit. So keep seating with your left leg under, your right leg under and left leg over. We're just going to walk our hands forward here, making sure that our sits bones remain on the mat. So follow your edge, go as far as you can go, and then maybe even bending your elbows, lowering the forehead towards the mat. Breathe in, breathe out. Beautiful. Inhale, walk back. Now we're going to do the other side. So this time we're going to take the left leg, bring it underneath, right leg goes over. Again, either in half lotus or just a regular cross-legged seated. Inhale, lengthen your spine, and then exhale again. Walk your hands forward, find your edge. Again, this is your yoga, your practice. There shouldn't be any pain in your yoga. Maybe a slight discomfort of deep stretching, but no pain. If there is pain, just kind of walk back a little bit. Find your edge. And relax. Beautiful. Walk back up to seated. Now we're going to come down into our belly for a Sphinx pose. A little bit of a back bend here, working on the lower back. So you come down to your belly, making an 11 with your arms. So the tops of your feet are flat on the mat. I like to open my feet a little bit, maybe the width of the mat. And then I want to lift the shoulders. So we have strong shoulders here, working on the back. And then just bring your chin to your chest, but keep your shoulders active. Eyes closed. Breathe in. Breathe out. Maybe you want to rotate your neck from left to right. Just do a little bit of half circles. Then come back to neutral. We're going to lift the head here a little bit. And we're going to go into seal pose. If you want to stay in Sphinx, that's fine. If you want to challenge yourself a little bit more, the second option is to lift into a seal pose. So we're going to come all the way up. We're going to move our hands back a little bit near our ribs. And then we're going to push up. Try to straighten our arms. I just heard a crack here, and that's me. And then look up, deep stretch. And then exhale, lower yourself all the way down. Make a little pillow with your hands, and then just rest your forehead on the mat. And maybe walk your feet together, and then placing, and then touching the big toes together, just opening the heels out, toes in. Take a couple of breaths here to release the lower back. Beautiful. On the inhale, we're going to come back into a seated. And just do a couple of side stretches, cross legs, whichever side you prefer or what you're comfortable in. Inhale, circle, sweep arms by your side, up, and then exhale, hands together towards the heart. Placing the right hand on the mat, left hand goes up towards the sky, just a deep stretch, hand overhead. Maybe gaze up if you want to, or gaze down, whichever works for you. Also being mindful that both hips are on the mat. Inhale. Other side, right, left hand on the mat, right hand goes up the wards over the head, reach, reach, reach. Maybe looking up towards the ceiling or down. and then come back. We're gonna do one last pose before we go into Shavasana. So come down onto your back and maybe just bring your knees to your chest, roll side to side, massage the back. Great work on the class today. And our last pose, Shavasana. Extend your legs, bring your arms by your side, palms facing towards the ceiling. And just relax, release everything, the shoulders, the hips, the legs, the arms. Releasing the jaw. And breathe. Feel free to stay in Shavasana as long as you like. Thank you so much for being here and attending the class. 35-minute slow flow for the body, the mind. May you have peace in your heart as you go upon your day. Namaste.